why your dog does these 7 odd things. I'll say it out loud, the best are dogs. Also, they're tiny freaks. Have you ever wondered why your dog likes to roll in dead things, hum in the air without a clear reason, or chase their tail? A behavioral dog trainer met with us to discuss these and other behaviors. 1. Dogs don't necessarily lick us to show their love. According to Ms. Rowland, the most common reason dogs lick us is to learn about us. She explains, it's a natural behavior for them to lick other dogs in order to taste and smell pheromones. If you've been around other dogs or animals, they might want to know what you've eaten and who you've seen. Or a nervous dog could approach you and lick you because they want to see if you're a danger or something they should be concerned about. But it's also a habit that gets reinforced. You reinforce the idea that licking equals attention whenever, for example, you praise your dog for giving kisses or react negatively to a flurry of licks too close to your mouth. Ms. Rowland clarifies, it's mostly a learned thing for affection. Well, that works as a way to get affection, they'll say, if they come up and lick you and you're like, ah, I love you too, and give them a pat and they enjoy that. Additionally, it is a calming behavior. According to her, sometimes they do it to calm themselves, whether by licking themselves, people, or objects. 2. Why they might bury treats instead of eating them. According to Ms. Rowland, your dog may be acting in this way for a variety of instinctual reasons. It's possible that they don't feel hungry right now, but they see the treat as valuable and want to save it for later. Or other times I see dogs who have problems with their mouths or teeth might want to eat a treat but are unable to, so bury it so that no one else can take it away until they can eat it. 3. Your dog isn't eating gross things to spite you. My dog eats every bit of bird feces she can find, and I don't know about you. Whether it's wet or dry, Ms. Rowland says this is pretty typical. She asserts, their idea of what tastes good is very different from ours. They do it because the smellier or grosser it is probably is better for a dog. It's solely because they enjoy it, she said. You do not have to put up with them eating wild animals as a result. According to Ms. Rowland, teaching your dog the simple command leave it can help steer them away from foods they really shouldn't be eating. She explains, don't just yell, leave it at them. Show them that leave it means move away from an object and then give them a reinforcer, and introduce a leave it with an object that is relatively simple for them to leave. Consider a tasty treat. 4. Why your dog runs around post-bath. This could be indicating one of 2 things. The body usually experiences a rush of happy hormones during zoomies. Once in a while, it means they've had a positive encounter and they have energy and need to go around, Ms. Rowland makes sense of. Other dogs will do it to relieve stress. Perhaps the bath was stressful, so they do it afterward to try to get rid of the stress hormones from their bodies. Ms. Rowland suggests thinking about what happened before your dog got zoomies and what emotions they were displaying at the time, as well as during the zoomies themselves, to determine whether they are more stressed or happy. 5. Tail chasing may be cute, but watch out if your dog's not a puppy anymore. It turns out that this might be a worrying behavior after the puppy stage. It's normal for a puppy to chase its tail because they suddenly realize they have one and are exploring the world, and they wonder, what's that? And afterwards stop, after getting it, Ms. Rowland says. Most of the time it means something's going on from a mental health perspective is what she says about older dogs. It could be a compulsion resulting from an underlying, untreated anxiety disorder, or it could be a way overstimulated dog that isn't getting their needs met, so they're doing it to meet their physical needs. 6. They roll around in dead things because they simply love stank. The world's most beautiful perfume, according to a dog, Ms. Rowland says of dead animals. She asserts, they like stinky things. It's instinctual, and it frequently occurs after a bath because you've just eliminated all of their good scents, so they want to add them back. And rolling can be a good sensation for them after a bath, especially if the products you're using are making them itch or irritated. 7. They're not humping inanimate objects to disturb you. Your dog may not be huddling objects or the air for sex. Ms. Rowland claims that some dogs learn to hump when they aren't asked to because they realized it felt good as adolescents when they were experiencing hormones. Some dogs learn to see humping as a form of play or relaxation over time. According to Ms. Rowland, it can be a sign of a dog being uncomfortable with a situation and also trying to calm themselves a little.